Love. I'm still here for Fantasia.
What's going on with her now?
She's married.
Yeah.
With a baby, right?
With a baby. She said I found love.
Is it the same man that she cheated with?
No, not the man who worked
wife?
at T-Mobile. That nigga worked at T-Mobile in North Carolina.
Yeah, you're right.
Or South Carolina, one of them damn cities.
You're right.
No, she ain't with him no more. Because he went back to his wife. I think his wife sued her. Because there's a law in
that was the big dude, right?
Yeah, the big, he was sexy though. He was sexy.
But then they got back together,
He was
right?
at T-Mobile, I'd be like, you better come over here and be with me too. If I was Fantasia, what you about to say?
They got back together.
So her and the T-Mobile guy were together. That's when she tried to commit suicide.
Oh, wow.
Remember that?
Wow.
Yeah, I was
And it was a low point. Yeah, she had that show, and then she found
what show?
You know she had a show on
She always had
VH1.
Yeah, what?
Can she read yet?
Nah, she was still illiterate. Because you remember right around that time. No, Fantasia's still illiterate, but we're still here for the baby. Okay, we're recording. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we for like a good 5
minutes. My laptop was blocking that.
Oh, sad.
No, there's multiple things that have to happen. Okay. Number one,
Happy Black History Month. My melanin is proud. My melanin. I can't. Right. That's all I got.
Right, that's it.
So,
sing a song.
So this is D. This is D.
All right, this is C.
And this is
Black Meets World. Hello, world.
So we're going to do a series
This is
for
episode
y'all.
number 21. Super excited about it.
Yeah, and we're going to have a series of like Black History Month episodes for y'all. We have 3 guests with us today. We have Jay.
There we go. Happy to be here.
We have Amazon. You going to hit that note again?
Oh, yeah. Amazon. Wait, is that the note? Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Keep going.
And we have Major BLX, who you guys
Hey, what's up, y'all?
haven't heard from before. So, just some initial things. First of all, we got a really inspiring email yesterday. So shout out to Madison. She went on and like rated us on iTunes, and we realized that's the thing. So if y'all listen to this podcast, I've never thought about it. I've never checked our ratings.
Albums get rated on iTunes?
I've never checked our ratings on iTunes ever.
Wow.
I never thought about doing it. So if y'all listen, like we would love for you guys to rate us and shout us out or whatever. Also be aware that like there is a podcast app on your iPhone. Some people also don't know that, and you can like download all of our episodes for free. Anyway, moving right along. Black History Month, episode 1.
All right, so the goal of this recording, guys, we have a group of amazingly beautiful, melanin-rich people in the room, and the goal of these next episodes, we're going to have an episode each week of Black History Month. Shout out to Leap Year, giving us an extra day this year.
Hey, 29.
Hello. Found that out yesterday. I was like, yo, what is the next Leap Year? They're like, you mean this year? So anyway, goal is to, have some pretty engaging conversation, especially about Black historians that are alive and deceased. Or just Black excellence in general. So, Dee, would you like to kick it off?
Sure. So the reason that we're all here today, what makes all of us special, is that we were in the Emma Bowen Foundation. So, do you want to talk about who Emma Bowen is? I feel like you're the chosen one.
What?
I know. Wait, first of all, I didn't expect her to put you on the spot like that either. This was
I feel like you are.
I mean, I can give a little spiel. So this is why I tell everyone. The Emma Bowen Foundation is a foundation or an organization that helps young minorities get into the media. So every summer, say for instance, I went to college, and every summer, when I would come home from college, I would have an internship and I would get paid for it, and whatever I made over the summer, the program would match it and put it into my college funds. And I would use it for traveling, for books, for tuition, whatever the case may be. So, yeah.
Okay, so Emma Bowen was basically like an advocate for disenfranchised Black people who are interested in media, and recently technology has been added to the program. So what Amazon was referencing is the fact that media companies sponsor us for our 4 years or more while we're interning, and then hopefully we all end up with jobs somewhere in the media that we would like. So
First of all, Emma Bowen forever changed my entire life trajectory.
Right.
So first of all, you can be in the Emma Bowen Foundation, apply as early as 11th grade. Shout out to those kids who might be listening. You might have a younger sibling, or actually just any teenagers who are in high school and want to apply. So if you're familiar with Gio Benitez or some other random local celebrities, a lot of people have like blossomed from this foundation. But I applied. My high school counselor sent an email to the entire junior class of North Atlanta High School. This is circa 2003-ish or so like that. And only 2 of us applied, me and Tipton. And 2 of us both got in. Actually, I didn't get in the first year. I applied junior year, and this girl from Spelman actually got in with the Weather Channel. But you know, Jesus knows how to work in my life. So I was called the following year, and they were like, yo, you still want to be in this foundation? I was like, yeah. And I've had every one of my jobs based off of relationships and knowing somebody at another job through the foundation. And everybody in this room is dope as hell. You know, we grew up together.
Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I also credit kind of all of my career moves to date to the foundation, to be quite honest. And there's another piece of the program is that there are these conferences that they have every summer for the students and certain alums, and so everyone kind of converges on New York, and you get to listen to speakers and panel discussions, and it's kind of a big weekend of career development and networking and all that kind of good stuff that you need when you're kind of going through college. And it's amazing the bonds that you build with the people at conference,
Because you're turning up at night, though.
Oh, I was just about to say.
And that's
I was like, you're missing a big part.
Right, I was like, as a teenager coming to New York.
Major, go on.
All expenses paid.
Yes, well, and that's the thing.
And it's right in like Times Square usually.
It's like
now it's
the heart of Manhattan. It's Midtown Manhattan, so like everything is at your fingertips, and it's just amazing the friendships that you carry from that. Like
for years, you come every single summer, so it's like a reunion for everybody in the
all
program.
expense paid.
And not just that, like I was not in the foundation with any of the people in this room.
So Dee is very young.
She's upset about earlier today. I only overlapped with Amazon for 1 year, and I didn't know her while we were in the program. And
That's
so this only goes to show you, like, the bonds are still there even after you leave, no matter what age you are. It just connects you. Some of my best friends are from the foundation. We're all actually going on a trip this summer, which is a whole other story. But I would say the best thing about the foundation was my corporate sponsor, who offered me a job on the last day of my internship. And like,
amazing.
It was just like I was chilling all 4th year of college and knew that I had a job waiting for me. And everything that has happened to me that's been good has mostly been because of the foundation, at least like professionally, but also just like building me up as a person and like sort of opening me to my opportunities and making relationships. Like everything I would say goes back to Emma Bowen.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Good old Emma.
I mean, even our story. I mean, I'm not sure you want to.
Yeah, I mean, well, just in the sense of like the camaraderie that builds in a short time is amazing. To speak on it, like how long have we known each other now?
Oh man, it's
all
been
of us
like,
collectively is about it's about close
I think
to a decade.
easily
Yeah, absolutely.
almost 10 years.
Nice.
So it's a decade now. Granted, those first 4 years we were meeting maybe twice a year.
Right.
A year.
Exactly.
But you see, it's to me that's like the carryover. Is just that in a short period of time, because of the amount of growth that you've had alongside another person, it feels longer than it perhaps was.
That's so real.
Because there was a lot of growth that we made together. You can't necessarily. It's hard to give. Like, we're trying to explain what the effect was on us, and it's hard to give other people that without feeling that they had to be there to experience it.
Right,
you know what I mean? It's hard to give them that, but I think that is perhaps one of the biggest things, just the networking amongst our peers, and also just giving people 2 concepts, just the level of accountability, learn how to approach being professional,
Right.
Secondly, backing up everything that you say that you're going to do, make sure that you do them.
That's
So
real.
Because you don't want that one subject line email.
Speaking of,
we all know that. I think
I got a couple. Lord knows
Call
I
me.
got a few.
Call me.
dot.
Right.
1, 2.
212 975.
It was
That's the old number.
wrap.
Don't worry.
It was
Lord
a
knows I
wrap.
got a few.
212
Well, and
all did.
I think it's also, it's kind of 2 things. It's kind of the best kept secret in the media industry.
Yeah.
In terms of minority matriculation and recruitment and development and all that stuff. But I think it's also kind of kind of an equalizer because we all come
gives us
from
leverage,
it gives us leverage, and it kind of, you know, you're bringing students together from like all different parts of the country, all different like academic backgrounds and interests, and we're all getting the same like level of kind of rigorous career development and coaching, if you will,
Well, it combats,
mentoring
it
and
combats
mentoring.
nepotism,
Yeah.
which is perhaps the
I
biggest
mean, you know,
aspect.
hey, you know, the other side of the world does nepotism all the time,
Right.
and so, you know, to the extent we can do it, we can actually do more of that, to be honest. But
I was just gonna say, basically, like, what really gets me is like, you grow up with people from your neighborhood. You might even go to middle school, high school, even college with them, and even people who are in your classes in college aren't necessarily on the same page as you, but really what determines it is after college. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
And to have a community around you that like gets it and is still like cool and like looks like you and around your same age, kind of sort of, and who still want
Shade.
it's no shade.
Shade.
I felt the
I was gonna let you go, but he looked at me.
The purpose of me saying that is that it's great to have people around you who get it, and I think it's just awesome to have people who feel like family, especially because you've known them for so many years.
Yes.
So
Right, and I
say-
think honestly, the foundation is the reason the podcast is here because
no real
we,
talk. So me and D,
we my first, Lord have mercy. Okay, my last conference, we had a reception at the place at which we work now, and I met VOX and C.
Oh yeah.
And it was so
I was
funny.
on a panel too for your year. For
Yeah,
your
but I mean, but I didn't know you
nice.
then. Like, I didn't know you at all. And so, and you and our other friend in LA were on the panel. Anyway,
we'll call him Netflix.
we'll call him Netflix.
Netflix.
And chill.
No chill.
So, when we got there, it was really funny. They were like, "Oh, you know, do you know VOX and C?" And I was like, "No, I don't know them." They're like, "Oh, you know, they're Emma Bowen alum, like blah blah blah." And you know, VOX had gone to UVA, so we had that in common.
Yeah, that's
we
just
all
ironic.
now we all
Crazy.
worked at the same
So
place,
nerds.
and immediately. Like, we were friends. Like, it was just an immediate, like, oh, let's hang out. Let's get lunch. Let's do this. Let's do that.
I mean, you know, to that point of the bonds that, you know, that you build in the program, I mean, you know, Jay and myself have known each other, for like almost 10 years now. And we were actually roommates at that first summer at our first summer conference, like those annual conferences that we were talking about. You know,
And conference, by the way, is only like
it's like 4 days. It's like a long
3
weekend.
nights. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You're
4
not there
days,
that
all
long.
expenses
Right.
paid,
But-
but New York City
yeah,
as
it's like
a
a long
teenager.
weekend.
But you will meet your best friends. Go ahead.
Right. So you know, then and obviously we keep in touch. Eventually, I moved to New York. We still good friends or whatever. We go on like a music entrepreneurial endeavor together. We, you know, formed a group. We recorded. You know, we put
Y'all
out
gonna give us a preview?
put out an EP a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that happened, and then you know, bruh is, you know, getting married soon, and I'm a groomsman.
You're a groomsman.
Yeah, so,
Nice.
So you know, so that goes to show, like, you know, these are people that become your lifelong friends potentially. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
that's another.
My friends and I, we're all in a group chat that we've been in for the last 5 years, which is baffling to me because I can't even believe that the bond has really been there that long, and everyone is from everywhere. Like, people live in California, Atlanta,
Shouts out
New
the
York.
group chat for that.
Yo,
Yeah.
Shout out
Keeping it
to-
together.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And so now, like, this summer, we're all going on a trip together. There's 9 of us, and we're all going together for a
really
week
cute.
in July, which is
Fun.
crazy to me because it's just like, how did we get here, you know? But it's really hard, like Jay was saying, to describe
That
how the
experience.
foundation experience works without actually being in it. So just for a little context, the foundation started in 1989, and it's specifically for young people of color interested in media. And so you can, if you're looking to apply, there is a website, emmabowenfoundation.com. So we're going to go around and kind of name 2 experiences from the foundation, one while you were in it, and then one when you graduated. You want to go first?
Yeah.
I don't have.
All right, so Emma Bowen has changed my life. I've had an opportunity to work at 4 big companies. And honestly, compared to my friends who I went to college with, who had the same majors, who also had internships and everything like that, Emma Bowen Foundation, no matter where I am, if I'm in New York, Atlanta, LA, I'm still good. Because A, I have people who are in the foundation in those places. Also, if I go ahead and get into a job, somebody in the foundation could hook me up with a senior executive vice president or somebody else. So it kind of opens up doors. So that's my little tidbit about my experience.
And because there's like over like 700, I think, alum.
Yeah.
And, you know, the foundation's been around for, you know, almost 30 years. Like, there are people in those positions. It's not just somebody connecting you with that person, but there are
and it's genuine
alum
too.
who are in those higher up CEO almost positions where it's like, oh, hey, I can just talk to you as a person because we went through the same experience.
Yeah. It's like, like you said, the media's best kept secret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, mine is pretty similar. I mean, just in the sense of like the access that you have.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right? So I know C was also saying that every job she's had has come by virtue of the foundation. I mean, same for me. And the access you have in terms of like the board of directors or like the people who are supporters of the foundation are people who are pretty high up. I mean, these are like SVPs and such at these various media companies who with, you know, they're like maybe 2 phone calls away, right? From either a sit down with you or like trying, you know, sliding your resume through something, you know, like it's very easy to get plugged in to things. And people are, and when I say people, I mean people who aren't, you know, melanin equipped. They're always surprised at how connected I seem to be.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, sorry, bruh, Emma Bowen. Yeah.
Emma Bowen, I was going to say also that Emma Bowen has taught me a lot about networking and just getting to know so many different people. There are so many people in the media that I know, and the job that I have now is really based off of women that I knew, and she helped me get in touch with an HR woman who was so sweet, and she let me, like, she spoke to me, she knew what I wanted to, you know, go into, and lo and behold, I'm at the job that I want to be in. So it's all about networking and who you know, and Emma Bowen has really taught me that, so I really appreciate her.
Are we talking about your celebrities on your Instagram or just...
Oh, see how she did. See
that minor jealousy shade?
I don't understand.
That covetous
shade. I'm just gonna, continue eating my cheeseburger, but it's more like the shade that just came through.
That covetous shade.
Like it's a palm tree. As tall as I am, I'm the tree, and I'm basically being covered with my stem cells.
There's a lot of shade coming on this.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, so really, it's again. This goes back to double backing on the importance of networking and knowing less so than who knows who do you know, but who knows you in that regard. Because if people can vouch for your character or your professionalism, that goes a long way towards getting you in the door wherever you're trying to go or whatever you're trying to achieve. Everyone needs an opportunity, and this is a great entry point for young minorities to enter into a field like media.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think what you just said was key, like professionalism. When you're 18, you're in high school, you're about to go to college.
You don't know no better.
You're
immature.
You have no idea. You know, your immaturity level is pretty high still because your responsibilities are fairly low.
It's on fleek, as they say.
As the young folks say.
Right. And so one of the women who runs the foundation for me has definitely become like a mentor, but also like helped me grow up pretty quick. Like I think if I didn't have a foundation, I don't know what I'd be doing, and I don't even know if I would have still been an engineering major. Like I had to hold myself to a lot higher standards just being in the foundation. And I think that level of like, Jay was saying, responsibility, accountability, and then also just professionalism is not something that I would have really gotten from anything else. You can join a club and you can work and you can do this, that, and third, but the foundation kind of gives you that next level of like, you're coming to this conference, you better be dressed a certain way, you're presenting to CEOs, and this is not a game, basically. Yeah.
Whip you into shape real quick.
So that completes our first episode of our Black History series on Black Meets World.
Lift every voice.
So, Dre Meet, she basically is going to do all of the intros and outros.
We're going to have him at the
podcast
of every single episode.
Please put your hand up in the air slowly.
Find a church fan.
I'm starting to slow clap right now.
Sorry.
But yeah, so stay tuned. We have another cool episode coming up next week, guys. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening.